Parenting often feels like navigating a vast ocean. Some days, the waters are calm. The journey feels smooth, almost effortless. We bask in the sunshine of our child's laughter. Then, without warning, the weather can change. A storm can gather on the horizon. This storm often arrives in the form of toddler tantrums. It can catch even experienced parents off guard. The shift can be startling. I remember a time with my own child. My youngest was a gentle soul. She was often shy, quiet, and wonderfully sweet. Then, almost overnight, a new energy emerged. The quiet child seemed to vanish. In her place stood a small being filled with immense, raw emotion. It was a profound transformation. It left me questioning everything I thought I knew. This new chapter was marked by loud expressions. Screaming became a common sound in our home. Tantrums erupted with surprising frequency. My child, once so calm, was now often crying. She seemed uncontrollably distraught day after day. It was as if a tiny volcano had become active. She was overwhelmed, and in turn, I felt myself becoming overwhelmed too. This phase, this sudden squall in our parenting journey, was deeply unsettling. When a child's storm rages, a parent's inner world is often shaken. My first reaction was a wave of panic. I felt a deep sense of being disheartened. How could I not understand my own child? How could I not soothe her distress? I felt a profound inability to help. This feeling of helplessness is common. It is a heavy burden for any parent to carry. It tests our very core. The emotional toll was significant. I missed the child I knew. I missed her easy smiles and gentle ways. I felt a deep sadness for her. She was clearly struggling with big feelings. I found myself crying for her, and sometimes with her. This shared sorrow, however, did not always bring solace. Instead, it often amplified the sense of being adrift. The connection felt frayed. My heart ached for the calm to return. Guilt became a constant companion during this time. It whispered insidious thoughts. I felt guilty for wanting the quiet of preschool days. I felt guilty for my own reactions to the tantrums. After several days of these intense emotional storms, I began to investigate. I needed to rule out any underlying physical causes. Was she unwell? Was there some hidden discomfort fueling this behavior? A visit to the doctor confirmed she was physically healthy. This meant the root lay in the emotional and developmental realm. This realization shifted my focus. I knew I needed support. I could not navigate this alone. My first instinct was to reach out to my own support system. I spoke with my mother, who offered the wisdom of experience. I shared my struggles with my husband. He too felt overwhelmed and often unsure how to respond. Friends who were also parents listened with empathy. They shared their own stories of toddler tempests. Knowing I wasn't alone was a small comfort. It was an anchor. In today's world, support also extends to online communities. I found myself scrolling through social media. I looked for advice in Facebook parenting groups. I sought insights on Instagram from other parents and professionals. There was a sea of information, some helpful, some less so. A child's intense emotional state does not exist in a vacuum. It sends ripples throughout the entire household. The tantrums, the crying, the constant tension, it affected everyone. Our home, usually a place of relative peace, felt different. It was charged with an undercurrent of stress. The atmosphere became heavy. We were all walking on eggshells, unsure when the next eruption might occur. It was a difficult environment for everyone. My other child, her brother, was visibly affected. He was often upset and confused by his sister's behavior. He didn't understand why she was so distressed. He couldn't comprehend the sudden outbursts. He would look to me for answers, his eyes wide with concern. Trying to support both children simultaneously was a delicate balancing act. It required immense patience. It demanded a calm I often struggled to find within myself. My husband, her father, also found it challenging to cope. He often felt overwhelmed by the intensity of her emotions. He confessed that he couldn't always handle it. Sometimes he would retreat. He would stay clear of the interactions during a tantrum. This was not from a lack of love. Section 5. Awakening through missteps, the path to conscious response. In these challenging weeks, I made mistakes. I am human. These were not fails in a shameful sense. They were moments of unconscious reaction. They were opportunities for growth. Screaming matches only escalated the situation. It added fuel to her fire. It never helped. My tears showed her the storm was affecting me too. I learned the importance of flexibility. Is this truly important right now? Section 6. Rewriting the script, discovering our inner parenting wisdom. Those intense weeks of navigating tantrums taught me profoundly. I learned more about myself as a person. I learned more about the art of parenting than I had in the entire previous year. It was a crucible. It forged a new level of understanding within me. It was exhausting, yes, but it was also incredibly clarifying. I emerged feeling more prepared, more equipped for future challenges that parenthood would inevitably bring. A key realization dawned on me during this time. My daughter was not trying to be difficult. She was not intentionally trying to push my buttons. She was learning. She was learning to navigate her own powerful emotions. She was developing the capacity for self-regulation. And I, as her parent, was learning alongside her. My role was not to suppress her feelings. It was to guide her, to help her understand and express them safely. This journey highlighted a fundamental truth. Parenting doesn't come with a neat, tidy manual. The books on the shelves offer guidance, certainly. They provide frameworks and ideas. But they don't hold all the answers for every unique child. Each child is different. Section 7. Sunrise after the storm. The enduring power of love and growth. Then, as suddenly as the storm had arrived, it began to dissipate. After 10 long days, the clouds parted. On the 11th day, my daughter woke up different. Her intense emotions had receded. Her happy self re-emerged. It was like witnessing a sunrise after a long night. Our home filled with lightness. She was smiling again. Her giggles filled the air. She sought out cuddles, melting into my arms. She was cooperative and engaged. It was as if the pressure valve had been released. She had moved through something significant, and in doing so, she had grown. I had grown too. We had weathered the storm together. Our connection felt stronger for it. It was a testament to resilience. This experience reaffirmed a core belief. Parenting is the hardest job in the world. It demands more than we think we have to give. Yet, it is also the most rewarding. The moments of connection, growth, and shared joy are unparalleled. Section 8. Navigating the waves. Guiding principles for conscious parenting. If you are currently navigating the stormy seas of toddler tantrums, please know this. You are not failing. You are not alone. This phase is a common developmental passage. It is a sign that your child is growing. They are learning to express their independence. They are grappling with emotions too big for their small bodies to easily contain. Acknowledge the difficulty of this period. Be gentle with yourself and with your child. Practical strategies can help. When the storm hits, try to remain calm. This is easier said than done, I know, but your calm is their anchor. Validate their feelings. Say, I see you are very angry right now. Offer limited, appropriate choices to give them a sense of control. Maintain consistent, loving boundaries. These provide security. Remember, their brain is still developing. They need your mature brain to help them co-regulate. If the challenges feel overwhelming, or if you sense something more than a typical milestone, seek professional guidance. Talk to your pediatrician. Consult with a child development specialist. There is no shame in asking for help. It is a sign of strength.